Okay, right. So I am starting off this 2026 video in regards to health. And why health? There could be a lot of things I could be talking about. There could be all these things about war, politics, tax, social media, Trump. No, I don't care about that. Right now, I'm going to resort everything back to the core layers, that being health. Health is a huge aspect, and the reason why I've honed down in this is because the last couple of days I have been taught a mighty lesson by the Almighty, which has allowed me to understand a few things. I've been ill before. Yes, of course, I'm not saying I wasn't ill, but this particular one, especially the entrance of 2026, the new calendar year, I realized that health is really wealth. And I want to go back and start everything off with, before my little ramble, I realized I want to start off with just being grateful. Let's be grateful for the fact that we have warmth, hopefully. We have a bed to sleep on, hopefully. We have modes of transport. We have the ability to see our close families and friends, hopefully. And we also have the ability to be able to even access information, which is one of these very videos. Let's start off with being grateful. The fact that we are living, we're breathing, we have eyes, we have ears, we have everything, hopefully. Just starting off with that. Because one thing that I have learnt this recent illness is that health is really bloody wealth. And I have to emphasize on this because I myself, yes, I've been ill, right? I've been ill. I've been sick. I've had the sniffle diffles. I've had all these things before, of course. I've had COVID. But something hit differently in this specific one. It wasn't the worst, but I definitely didn't feel 100%. And I'm not going to lie, it really did take me out. It took me out. And it made me become grateful for the fact that I was well before. There's always this recurring meme of like being grateful for the fact that you don't have a blocked nose anymore. And that when you do have a blocked nose, all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I took breathing for granted. Or the fact that our temperature, the fact that our body just feels a bit weak. We take those things for granted. And then it made me realize, putting this into a different perspective, that I'm just temporarily ill. I was temporarily ill for 4 or 5 days on my week off, which I'm grateful for because it meant that I was able to actually recover properly as opposed to prolonging my illness. And one thing that allowed me to really take this gratitude lesson is that there are people who have right now, as you're watching this video, or who have been giving some life-changing news. Terminal illnesses that has caused a complete tumultuous change in that person's life, and that has now cascaded to everyone else around them, that being their parents, if there are any, their siblings, if there are any, close families and friends, if there are any. And it made me realize that I'm out here complaining about the fact that I'm ill, the fact that I have a blocked nose, I had a fever, I had to take ibuprofen and paracetamol. But there are people right now as we speak who has become paralytic from the waist down or from the neck down, who's lost an arm through an injury or a leg. They have been told that they have a terminal illness in which they only have an X amount of time to live. There's news like that happening right now. And it just puts things into perspective. And I want you to take your time, especially this coming year. The thing is, it's vulgar. Not vulgar, it's not the right word. It's brutal to say it, but we don't actually know if we're going to make it to 2027. We don't even know if we're actually going to make it to next week. So right now, as I'm filming, it's Monday, the 6th of January, and it's 5:30. And I think there's a beautiful part of understanding that there's a line that we're all actually taking a step forward, and we could just be taken out at any point. I think people forget that I think one thing has changed is adding this new phrase into my life, which is God willing. Adding that one phrase of saying God willing, of, oh, God willing, I'll be able to go to the gym. I know it's a very small fact or a small notion that I've just put through, and saying I might be able to go to the gym tomorrow. Or God willing, I'll be able to go to the shops tomorrow. Or God willing, later on today, I'll be able to go down to Sainsbury's and get a water bottle. It's put a next layer of gratitude into our very lives. And that in itself has shifted the way that I have looked at everything. Everything. Like, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be able to have the voice to even speak. Because going back a couple of days, I was sat here and I was coughing up a storm. I'm on spread mode, you know what I mean? Like, I'm now physically active enough to actually continue with my day to day. I'm on spread mode like there's nothing. I'm coughing left, right, and center. I'm joking before anyone gets annoyed. But it's made me realize that, oh crap, I didn't pray. I should go pray. Yes, just a reminder for anyone. If you need to go pray, if you need to go meditate, if you need to go drink some water, and reminding you to have some food now. Because, again, it's just nice to be reminded. I need to go pray. I'm going to stop recording and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. There's a few things. So, practice what I preach. Am I right? I'm just going to have some dates real quick. Good for me. Oh, why did I do that? I'm clean. My ear was just itchy. Should I do ASMR? What have I come to? I wonder what the whole thing is about ASMR. You know? 3 dates, because if you know, you know. I'm eating dates because I ain't getting no dates. Sorry. Water. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, that's good stuff, man. Okay, where was I?
How are you 21? I mean, if you're picking a partner, I would pick someone that is partner first.
Bro, look at that. Just like that, I just lost a minute of my life. No! I have so much, thoughts. And the reason why I'm choosing... Oh my gosh, what happened? Oh no. I'm hitting myself now. Oh my gosh. You're seeing all sides. I've got a banana here as well. I'll eat that later. That's a treat after this. No, actually, while I'm editing. So, where was I? Oh, damn, man. This is not good. So, I'm literally raw dogging. I don't know where I picked that from. Where I picked that up from. But I like it. Because I'm literally raw dogging it. So, okay, so where was I? I'm pretty sure I was in a really good message. And if you've already left that at this point, I don't blame you, because where was that? Where was that brain? How much have I recorded? 3 minutes. Oh, this is so hard to edit. Oh, it's fine. It's just because I haven't edited in so long. Anyways, I think where I was going with everything was in regards to just being grateful for our health. Oh my gosh, I was fine before. I'm being grateful for our wealth. Our health. Our health or wealth. Both. Yes, okay, here. Yeah, so it was in the premise of just changing our perspective, you know, like I said, people are being given news that are terrible, generally terrible. And I'm sat here complaining that I can't taste and I can't smell or I can't breathe properly in both of my nostrils, but people are out there right now who are being plugged into pipes and pipes of chemicals to ensure that they survive. And with that understanding, it has really put this whole different perspective on health. I was sat here, and the reason why I was saying God willing, I was sat here while I was literally bedridden, or even on this couch right here, on this sofa, as you British people say it. Couch sounds better. Anyways, I realized that the only thing that I wanted to do was to be able to go to the gym, to be able to go grab coffee, to be able to... I have such a boring life. To be able to go to all kinds of things that I wanted to do on that day. But I couldn't, because all I was thinking was just trying to survive. And I know that might be silly, but the fact that I was sat here contemplating not contemplating stuff like getting coffee or going to the gym. I was thinking about, do I have enough energy to grab food? And I know, yes, you're going to be like, whoa, it's just a silly cold, mate. Listen, it's COVID. Shut up, okay? The premise of what I'm trying to say is I am grateful for the fact that this is the only suffering that I'm currently going through right now. And through God's will, that I won't face anything treacherous like that. So it's just to remind us, no matter what we plan, no matter what we decide to do in 6 months' time, or you see on social media of like, oh, go to this place or go to that place, or to eat at this place or to do this place or to do this exercise or to buy this thing. None of that actually matters when we're ill. None of that matters. And yeah, a lot of people are going to be sat here going like, oh my gosh, it's just a cold. Shut up. It's very interesting how all plans leave the window. Is that the right phrase? All things that I initially wanted to do decided to leave. All of a sudden, I just wanted to make sure that I had enough water. All of a sudden, I wanted to make sure that I had enough energy to grab food or to get medication. And that's very interesting. And that's something very minuscule. And I will say that's minuscule, but to some people it may not be. But to me, particularly, it's minuscule. And being grateful for that is huge. Like, I'm now able, like today, I actually was able to go to the gym. Matter of fact, I haven't been gym for like a week now, almost a week. And no, I don't even think it's been a week. No, it has been a week. And the fact that I was feeling weak, but the fact that I was even there, I even had the motivation to. And it's just trials on to this other video that I have in my mind. Most of these things that I'm talking about is just literally from personal experience and things that my brain is always on the go. And it may not particularly be on things that actually is related to my life, like relationships or anything, or family. Wait, that is relationships. It's my brain thinks of these things that I could be talking about and how I could address it and articulate it in a specific way. And so to me, while I was out and about, grabbing coffee today, which I'm so grateful for, alhamdulillah, and going to go to the gym, being weak and whatever, but it is what it is. I came back and it's been almost a week. I'm so grateful that I was able to get there. And it's just a reminder for every one of you, whoever reaches this, that we are so wealthy. We are so wealthy. And I have a lot more things like coming up in my brain and the things that I actually want to do. So if you do enjoy this video, as long as it's how long it's been, I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna come out and edit, but considering liking and subscribing. If you dislike, then it's your body and it's your life. If you dislike, that's on you, brother. That's on you. So just reminding to like and subscribe. And I did say in my previous video that I'm not gonna go in short content, but I'm not gonna lie, for me to get traction, to actually reach as much nets out there to grab the fellow James in experiencing another side of the world, or literally my neighbor or whatever, for me to catch more Jameses, or to people who want to have a different perspective, to have low dopamine content. If you do like and subscribe, that'll be very useful. There's so many bright lights in this room right now and I'm not liking it. But yeah, so in premise, let's be grateful for all the things that we have around us. Let's be grateful for the fact that we have motivations, or to have thoughts of improvement, which is a blessing in disguise and people don't realize it. And the ability to access information. I think the more we know, the better that we understand. Yes, again, there's a lot of principles in that, but I'm not out here trying to, try and go into philosophy here. I'm speaking from my heart. And so, yeah, I think enjoy the rest of this video. And if you are not already, I will be posting on other forms of the other social platforms as well in short form to ensure that I get people here, because that's the only way that I'm gonna gain traction here. It's really scary stuff. I've done this before, but I think now I could actually properly, I could do it. God willing. All right, take care, guys.